Hi family, welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you guys is doing well. I just want to share this message with you guys. God works in the natural and he works in the supernatural. And I think sometimes as believers, we can miss that which God is trying to do in our lives simply because you're looking for something more in the supernatural than in the natural, okay? Remember that story? It's like a fable where this guy was out at sea, and like a boat came, and he was like, "No, I'm waiting for God to save me." And then another boat came, and he's like, "No, I'm waiting for God." And then another boat, and something of the sort, right? And then when he got to heaven, I can't believe he made it. He got to heaven, and he was like, "God, how come you didn't save me?" And he's like, "I sent you 3 boats, right? Something of the sort, right?" And that's a great fable to show that God works in the natural. Okay, I think sometimes when you ask for anything, you ask God for something, people expect that He's gonna send down a whole angel. Like a whole angel is gonna come and touch you, and then you're gonna be healed. Mind you, it can happen because God works in the supernatural, but He doesn't always work like that. Okay, sometimes He's just like, go to the hospital. Jump in your vehicle and go to the hospital. Okay, I don't know, maybe you need to call that dentist. Okay, you have like a thing going on with your tooth, call the dentist. All right, sometimes we can pray over things that doesn't need to be prayed over. Quick story for you. So last winter, right, usually people who are planners, around this time, this is where you want to get ready for the winter, and this is when you're trying to get your ducks in a row when it comes on to snow removal and stuff like that, right? I never do any of that stuff, truly. Like every time there's a snowstorm, I'm like, what? I always act surprised, okay? Even though they said it on the news and they said it on the weather channel, I never get the memo, right? So anyways, last winter, there was a snowstorm, a huge snowstorm, the first one, right? Something of the sorts. And my snowblower just wasn't working. And I tried it, it didn't work. I knew it had gas in it, and so I was like, okay, well, it should work, and it wasn't working. Okay, and then all of a sudden I was like, God, I have to get to work, and I have all these stuff that I need to do that day. And I was like, all of a sudden I started praying over the snowblower, right? Very clearly I heard the Holy Spirit says it doesn't need prayer, it needs oil. Okay. It doesn't need prayer, it needs oil. All right, listen, that was so funny to me, like I had to crack up. But I'm looking around my garage and I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I gonna find oil? I haven't bought oil in a while. I don't know, but there was an oil right there. Okay, brand new, never been opened. And I was like, okay, all right, whatever. So I put the oil in and the thing worked. Okay, the point of this message is some things don't require prayer. Okay, your vehicle may not be running because it needs gas. It doesn't need prayer, it needs gas. Okay. Sometimes we can get so holy and weird, and when the things are not working because what it needs is not there. All right, so God works in the natural and God works in the supernatural. Don't miss out on your blessing simply because God decided to go about it in a natural way. Okay, God uses doctors, He uses nurses, He uses dentists, He uses therapists, He uses those people to get you to where you need to be. Don't think that because God is using someone in the natural that means that it's not God, because that's not true. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.